It's been 48 hours since a 34-year-old woman was killed by electrocution right outside the New Delhi railway station. Sakshi Ahuja was trying to avoid stepping into the waterlogged streets when she came in contact with a loose live wire. Barely 48 hours later, there is news of another young person in the capital losing his life in exactly the same way. Sohail, a 17-year-old, died after getting an electric shock in Delhi's Taimoor Nagar. Sohail came in contact with a loose live wire that was dangling in a waterlogged street. He died on the spot and his body was found lying in a puddle. Imagine that. 2 innocent young lives lost on the same day. The cause? Only and only negligence, civic apathy and criminal negligence. In Sakshi Ahuja's case too, an FIR was filed for negligence. But against who? No one was named in the FIR. No one has been arrested. Despite the railways saying that the buck stops with them, cops have not taken any action. Now, the recent incident in Delhi has exposed shoddy and makeshift approach to managing safety in public places, especially around stations. Times Network conducted a reality check at some of the busiest railway stations in this country to highlight safety dark spots. Take a look at what Thoya Sakshi has found. Take a look at what our reporters have found across the country.
We're standing here at the KSR Bangalore City Railway Station, where you can see that, like we all know that there was an incident that happened at the national capital, New Delhi, 2 days ago, where a 34-year-old woman who lost her life due to electrocution. Where I can tell you that, there are few, wires, that has been, that I can see here, and I can also show you that these kind of wires, you can see that, most of the passengers, after they come out of the railway station, they come here, they sit over here. So there are chances of this kind of incident, the incident which happened in Delhi, there are chances of the incident may or may not happen. So before anything happen, the authorities have to make sure that they will look into this problems.
Let me go straight across to Tejshri, who is joining us live from Taimoor Nagar. Tejshri, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Taimoor Nagar again has seen a situation where we have seen a young person get electrocuted exactly the same way that Sakshi Ahuja was electrocuted, courtesy a live wire. And live wires are a live problem across the national capital. Can you tell me if you've tried to reach out to authorities, someone in the Delhi government, as someone from BSES, and if anyone is telling you anything at all?
Good evening to you and the viewers as well. This is a very unfortunate incident that took place on 25th of June. And remember that this is the incident that took place just after the incident that happened at the New Delhi railway station, and we have continuously been reporting on. But I'll take you to that particular spot where this accident, incident, whatever we call as, or we can also call it as the negligence of the authorities that killed a person. And this was the same place where the dead body of 17-year-old Sohail was found. What we are being also told is that this was the particular lane from where he was walking. These are all the shops. My camera person Satindra Bhatti could show you the shops. These are all the shops situated here at the in this Taimoor Nagar colony. And while he was walking from this particular lane, water was spilled. It was a time said to be around 5:30, and while water was spilled in this particular area, and he was walking towards the shop, towards his relative's shop, to check that whether water has seeped into their shop or not. And here at this particular place, he had to lose his life. He lost his life just because of the leakage of the current. And now this is the particular shop from where the current leakage started. And here also, as you asked about the what had the officials have to say, so here the officials have put a notice where it clearly mentions that this one dog and one person got electrocuted, and one close scrutiny of site, it was found that current leakage was due to 2-core black output cable from energy meter, and the number of energy meters also been mentioned. But what main thing is to notice that this entire incident happened because of current leakage. And we have the shop owner who was also present at the time time of the incident, because what we are being told is that incident happened around 5:30 a.m. in the morning. This shop was closed. Water was filled till this particular level in this area. And while she heard some sound, she heard a noise, she heard a voice who was asking for help. She immediately pulled her shutter. Let's talk to her. सुबह 5-5:30 बजे आपने शटर खोला तो आपने क्या देखा? What did you see?
मैंने देखा जे वो लड़का को उठा के लेके जा रहा रिश्तेदार। मैंने इतना तक देखा।
आवाज आई थी आपको कुछ चिल्लाने की?
मैंने आवाज आया था, मैंने अंदर सोया था, तो मैंने अंदर से आवाज दिया जे क्या हुआ? तो ये पड़ोसी है ना, ये मेरा सामने जो पड़ोसी, ये लोग यहाँ खड़ा हुआ, तो वो लोग ना बोला जब खुद ही उठ के देख लो।
अच्छा, करंट आपकी दुकान से गया, यहाँ पर नोटिस भी लगाया गया है।
करंट काट दिया ना,
असली आपकी दुकान का भी बिजली काट दिया अभी?
काट दिया।
अच्छा, पुलिस आए, तहकीकात की, क्या कुछ सवाल जवाब पूछे?
सवाल जवाब पूछा, वो पुलिस में कुछ नहीं बोला। तो जो
ठीक है, so this is the shop owner who was speaking to us and narrating the entire incident. But what people over here are also telling that this is not something new when water fills up in this area, and today it is Sohail, tomorrow it could be someone else.
Okay, Tejshri, we leave it there for the moment. Politics has now erupted over the death of two people in Delhi. BJP leader Manoj Tiwari, also an MP from Delhi, is hitting out at Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, forgetting that in Sakshi's case, it's the railway minister from his own party who's responsible. Listen in.
पिछले दिनों हमने देखा कि एक लड़की की नई दिल्ली स्टेशन पे करंट से मौत होगी। आज तैमूर नगर में पानी जहां जल बह हुआ था, वहां पे फिर एक जो व्यक्ति है उसकी करंट से मौत हो गई है। दिल्ली में सिविक सिस्टम इतना खराब क्यों, आखिरकार क्या हो रहा है? और एक और मौत सर करंट लगने से हो गई क्योंकि वहां पानी जमा हुआ था।
देखिए, सच्चाई ये है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जब से दिल्ली में मुख्यमंत्री बन के बैठे हैं, यहाँ जनहित का और सिविक का कुछ काम थोड़ी हुआ। काम हुआ सिर्फ भ्रष्टाचार कैसे होगा, पैसा कैसे लूटेंगे, शीश महल कैसे बनेगा, हमारे उनके परिवार के लोगों को एक कैसा रेकरिंग हो सकता है जो भ्रष्टाचार के पैसे को लाता रहे। इसी में जिसका ध्यान लगा हो, जो स्वयं अपराध कर रहा हो, वो तो अपराधियों के हौसले बढ़ाएगा ही। मैं समझता हूं दिल्ली बहुत ही बुरी कंडीशन में पहुंचा दी है अरविंद केजरीवाल ने, लेकिन धीरे धीरे सारे पर्दे उठ रहे हैं और वो दिन दूर नहीं जब दिल्ली का जो घृणा भाव है इसमें अरविंद केजरीवाल के प्रति वो बढ़ेगा और जल्दी ही इनकी दिल्ली से परमानेंट विदाई होगी।
That's politicians for you, will never answer the question that they are asked. They will just give you some gol mol jalebi and try and make a political point wherever they can. But they will never answer straight questions that you give them. Aditya Pratap, you're an advocate. You're joining us on the broadcast. You're a resident of the national capital of this country. I want to ask you, as a citizen of the national capital of this country, how do you react when you see that a city which is India's face to the world is seeing incidents of people dying because of loose live wires outside the railway station and outside their colonies as well?
Well, this is clearly shocking. At the very outset, I'm a Mumbaikar. I'm also a Delhiite as well. I keep coming to Delhi for my matters and I know the city inside out. So now, first and foremost is that this is really shocking, this incident. And it clearly shows the official, I'll first begin with a very general note that the official apathy is lamentable. This is something we have seen over the last several decades in India. We have seen countless judgments of Supreme Courts holding distribution licensees, high courts, countless judgments. But as they say now that a judgment is supposed to rattle the authority, looks, nothing happens here. There's a saying, no matter the higher you rise, the harder you fall. The point is simple. Ultimately, who will get prosecuted here? Station master, lineman, all the lower ranking authorities? Had this in the army, if you look at the army, even if a Jawan gets killed in the accident, officers up to colonels and brigadiers get fired or dismissed. So the point is that in India, there is no strong system of organizational accountability for such accidents. Second, the remedies in law are there. We have section 304A of the IPC. We have section 123A of the Railways Act. And in addition, we have several other related provisions also. But the point is, we have section 154 of the Railways Act, which imposes a duty of care on the railway administrations to provide transportation. And then, so ultimately what we see is, it is the concerned station manager The point is, Mrs. Ahuja is no longer with us. It's a very sad thing. But the point is, to what extent will the railways fix accountability? Will they fire the DRM? Will they fire the general manager of Northern Railway? No. That is the biggest tragedy, is that in such cases, maximum, in fact, we should have started seeing arrests by now. A woman has died, a cognizable offense is made out, 304A is also there. Invoke your powers of arrest. Because the point is that till the time, because as they say that spare the rod and spoil the child, I think the time has come to strictly interpret the letter of the law. We have countless judgments of several high courts across the country which have held distribution, because in this case it's a joint liability. The distribution licensee is liable, the railway administration is liable, but civil liability, the cases will go on. There will be an order announced. But what about criminal? Police will say we are doing an investigation, this is the side, but where are the arrests? Where are the dismissals? At the highest level.
There are no arrests.
And nothing
no
of
one
this
has been
sort is done.
in Sakshi's case, no one has even been named. The point is, in
Yes,
Sakshi's case, no one has been named. So the FIR is against an unknown person. The charges have been watered down to a level that whoever gets arrested will be released in exactly 15 minutes. The railway has promised us an inquiry, but God alone knows what is happening to that inquiry, because we know that inquiries come and go in this country and we don't know what happens to those inquiries. They all go into a black hole. So chances are that absolutely no one will get punished or will be held accountable or will go to jail for either Sakshi's death or for Sohail's death. We leave it there for the moment. Aditya Pratap, thank you very much for joining us. We are shifting our focus now to some politics. Prime Minister